So you remember that the video I just made like 2 days ago, right? Or one day ago of how complicated the Deebo contract situation is. Well, it just got a bit more complicated. So if you know by now, Deebo Samuel has requested a trade from the 49ers. And that is basically the only factual thing about this. There are reports of the money being too low or how he doesn't like how he's being used. And one of those may be true. Both of them may be true. Maybe it's a mix of both. The money or the way he's being used is why they won't give him as much money. But honestly, here's the thing about it. If you're a fan of 49ers, you should support Deebo Samuel in trying to get as much money as he can because of how much of an impact he made for the 49ers, right? And the situation is so interesting because the 49ers have been knowing about this for a week. And that's the thing about what else are they hiding about this Deebo situation? But anyway, since we have this trade request, we have to, go through the scenarios, right? So will the 49ers actually trade Deebo? Let's talk about that first. Well, if you believe Kyle Shanahan, anyone is tradable, even him. So there is a chance. But if they will, it has to be before the draft. You don't trade Deebo Samuel for picks for next year. You do it for this year. Or the 49ers aren't looking for picks, they may be asking for a player of the same caliber as Deebo Samuel. Because if everybody's looking for the next Deebo Samuel and they want to trade for the next Deebo Samuel, you have to give something that's equal to what they are getting. And with I'm leaning more on the side of if a trade happens, it will probably be involving picks. But you may ask which first round wide receiver would they replace him with? Well, the 49ers were at USC wide receivers Drake London's pro day, so there's fire for that narrative right there if you are interested. But no, but besides that, not really that much first round talent has visited the 49ers. They just have been the pro days that I think have had some first round talent at those pro days. So that's the closest they have gone to first round talent evaluation. But in my opinion, I don't think Deebo gets traded. Yeah, bit weird there. First off, because Deebo made a request doesn't mean the 49ers have to honor it. They're honoring Jimmy Garoppolo's trading because they need to get rid of him, right? They are not. They want Deebo Samuel, so why would they honor his trade request? Then you have to think, the only teams that will have the assets and money to get Deebo Samuel are bad teams that have no chance of competing right now. So if I'm Deebo, do I really want to have a chance of going to a team like the Texans or just to get paid the way he wants to be paid? Which I'm all for if you care more about making sure your family has money than screw championships. If you're that mindset, and I'm fully for that. But I really don't think that's the type of player Deebo is. He wants the ball at all times for clutch situations. And the way the 49ers are, if they have competent quarterback play, they're in the playoffs. So, even less than competent, alright, as well. Gotta make that known as well. Finally, with the CBA, I just learned this today. He can't actually hold out. His contract just moves to the next year. So, with that in mind, and he won't be a free agent if he holds out, then there's also the case of this. If he gets traded, they could just franchise him the next year. So, it's a weird situation for Deebo Samuel because, sure, he has leverage. Every team wants him, and he will probably, and the 49ers will probably actually get some good, offers for Deebo Samuel, right? But 49ers want to keep him. And with all that I just said, the teams that would trade for him, the holdout, he can't hold out if the 49ers actually don't trade him, all that, I feel the 49ers have more leverage than Deebo has. And you see a trade, as I just said, a trade will not happen unless there's an offer the 49ers just can't refuse. And that may involve players and picks, or just players that equal Deebo Samuel's value. And that's the interesting part. So with that said, I think Deebo is still a 49er week 1. Because no matter the situation, money solves everything. We have seen this situation with Kittle and Warner. With Kittle, his agent called it the Saint massacre, the first contract offer he got. And it even looked like Kittle may not even play. And a little bit with the same with Warner, for that I think that was a more simple situation. But as I said in my last video, right, there are 3 wide receivers who are trying to get paid right now, who all have the same agent. We are already seeing now that A.J. Brown is doing the same thing Deebo Samuel is doing. This situation is going to have so many ups and downs. It will be crazy. So I'm still being calm about this situation. But if anything does happen, expect it Monday, before Monday, or Monday. That's when Cal and John speak to the media. And then Thursday is the draft. And then that's the other day. But that will be it for today. If you guys enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, comment, all that. If you don't want to, as I said before in other videos, if you don't want to subscribe, like, and if you don't want to do any of that, comment why you don't want to do any of that. That all helps me out, no matter what you do out of those 3 options. Or if you want to do all 3 options, that's also good as well. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll be covering this situation as best I can. And see you guys next time.